Thanks for clicking. Today I will be taking you through the process of drafting the pattern of this beautiful conical cupped corset. It was made by Precious Apparel, so keep watching. If you find it interesting, give it a thumbs up. Alright, so without wasting much time, let's dive into the tutorials. So this is my shoulder line. Then from my shoulder to my bust point is 10 inches. From my shoulder to my under bust is 13 inches, but I'll be reducing it by ½ inch to get a push-up effect. So I have 12.5. Then to my waistline, I have 17 inches. That's my half cut line. Then the full length of the blouse we are making is 23 inches. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just make a line across. All right, so after extending the lines, the next thing I'm going to do now is to get half of my shoulder measurements. So this is what I have. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. Next is to get my neck width measurements and my neck depth measurement. Though we won't be using it for these tutorials, but I just feel like it's important I carry you along so you understand better. Then from this shoulder line, I'll step down by by 1 inch rather for my shoulder slope and connect to the neck width. Once I'm done with that, from here I'm going to divide my bust circumference by 6, then add 1.5 inches to it. Once that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to roll a line across. So to do that, I need to get half of my shoulder measurement and reinsert it here so as to be on the safe side. Okay, this is it. It's where the point is supposed to be. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to get my bust circumference divided by 4 and mark. So I'm going to go ahead and extend the line. Once that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to get half of my neck, my armhole depth line. So once that is done, I'm going to come out here by ½ inch, then connect the 3 points together. So once you're done with that, the next thing you are going to do is to get your dart measurement. So my nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'm going to take it all the way down. Then I'm going to connect the points together. Alright, the bust we are working on is 36 inches and the waist we are working on is 32 inches. So, but we want to reduce the waist inches to 28 inches. We want to snatch the waist to 28 inches. So we're going to be removing total of 4 inches from the waist measurement. And to do that, we're going to divide it equal between the back and the front. So on the front pattern, we are going to be removing total of 2 inches. Then at the back pattern, we're going to be removing total of 2 inches. All right, so let's go without wasting much time. So the standard measurement for my under bust darts is 1.5 inches for bust of 36 inches. All right, then I'm going to add ½ inch to it to make it 2 inches for this particular side. So to do that, I'm going to take 0.75 inches from this particular side, the center front. Then I'm going to complete the rest here. I'm going to mark 2 inches here. Then at the hip side, I'm also going to do the same. This is 0.75 and this is 2 inches. Okay, this is 0.75, this is 0.25, total of 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the lines together. So at this point, we are going to be replacing this 1.5 inches over here. All right, leaving just ½ inch for this particular side. All right, so what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to make a very nice curve here. Okay, but before then, I'm going to come down here by ½ inch and make a very nice curve. Then also on this part, I'm going to make a very nice curve. Okay, so for my side darts, I'm going to get my bust measurement divided by 4. This is 9 inches. Then I'm going to step down by 1 inch. That is the difference between my front half length and my back half length. Then from this center front, from this my bust point dart, I'm going to come in here by 1 inch. You can come in by 1 inch, between half inch to 1 inch. It all depends on you. You know how curvy you want your bust area to be. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the line together. Once that is done, the next thing I'm going to insert is my over bust dart. So my shoulder dart rather. So to do that, I'm going to divide this my shoulder line by 2 just to get the midpoint. Once I get the midpoint, I'm going to connect it over to my bust point line. Okay, so once I do that, the next thing I'm going to do is to take my dart of 1.5 inches, 0.5, 0.75 here and 0.75 here, total of 1.5 inches. Then on this part, I'm going to replace that 1.5 inches. So this is, maybe you want to make use of your weight, your yoke, right? So you can as well come up here by 1 inch, so that you will not have a pointy bust area. Okay, so just go ahead and connect the lines together. Then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and reconnect your armhole. So to do that, you'll be adjusting your bust area, because we are already taking like half inch here, so you are going to be readjusting it. This is the half inch. Then you're going to connect the line together. So once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do is to start putting your cup. So to do that, I'm going to come up here by half an inch, just half an inch, to guide me put a very nice curve here. So once you're done, determine the length of your cleavage, the depth rather. So I'm using total of 6 inches from my neck depth. So maybe from your bust point line, you move up by 1 inch. It all depends on you. So I'm going to extend the line. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to get a very nice curve over here. Just try your best to make it very curvy as possible. Now take the height of your cup. So for this tutorials, I'll be using 3 inches. From this part, I'm going to take, for my bust tightening, I'm going to extend the darts by half an inch on both sides. Then I'm going to reconnect to this point. So just make sure that this place is well curved. Okay, so once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do is that I'm going to open this place up so it can help me fold this and take a proper curve. So I'm going to fold this place and cover up. So the next thing I'm going to do is to extend my cup. So I'm going to find the midpoint of these two lines. So I have total of 2 inches here. I'm going to mark exactly at 1 inch. You can decide to come down by half inch. It all depends on how fitted you want it on your body. But exactly at the armhole line is perfect for me. So I'm going to connect the line just like that. So another thing I'm going to do is to open up this dart here, so I can be able to fold it this way and get a very nice curve. So at this point, I'm going to take a very nice curve. Alright, so as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to open up this part so I can shape what I have there. Okay. Alright, so the next thing now is to take my measurements. My waist measurement is 32 inches divided by 4. I have 8 inches, okay? Then we took total of 2 inches here. So we are going to be replacing 1.5 inches. So what this means is that we have taken just half an inch from both sides, but what we intend to take is total of 2 inches from the front, okay? So I'm going to further reduce this by half an inch. So this is it. Then at the hip side, I'm going to also take the same measurement. My hip measurement divided by 4 is 10. Then I'm going to add 1.5 inches to it instead of 2 inches. This is 1.5. But before that, you can just come up here by 1.5 inches. Then make a very nice curve and decide to blend up this area. You can hold this particular, just secure this particular spot inches, 2 inches. Then on the center line, I'm taking 2.5 inches. This is 2.5. Then by the side, I'm taking 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect the line. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut out what we have so you can see. So if you find these tutorials helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so this is what we have. This is the pattern we are going to be using. Then this two end, I'm going to seal it together with my tape. Alright, so after attaching these two pieces together, as you can see, I'll go ahead and measure this to make sure if we have up to 7 inches. So this is what we have about 7 inches here. So when you get another piece of this is the left side. When you get the right side, you have total of 14 inches for the front, and the back we're going to have 14 inches, making a total of 28 inches. So without wasting much time, let's draft the back pattern. Alright, so this is the pattern we'll be using for the back pattern. Without wasting much time, let's proceed. So this is my chest line, this is my waistline, and this is the full length of the blouse we are making. The half length is about 16 inches, which is 1 inch shorter than the front half length, which affected the length to be 22 inches instead of 23 inches. But because we took out 1 inch from here, at the end of the day, it's going to be the same thing. So this is my waistline aligned. So when I take out like 1.5 inches for the curving, it's going to be the same thing. So without wasting much time, I'm going to draft exactly what I have on this pattern paper. I'm just going to draft it out. Alright, so after tracing it out, the next thing we're going to do is to determine how open we want the back. So for the back, I'm taking 2 inches here and 1 inch at the bottom so as to have that V shape. So then I want a little bit curvy back, so I'm going to curve it just this way. So this automatically is going out. Then I'm going to insert my eyelets here. Then I can go ahead and fix boning. So at this point, I'll go ahead and cut out the back.